All right, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay, coming back at you once again. A little late to the party on the post-fight video between Alvarez and Lara. I'm a little late to it because I actually had to go back and rewatch the fight. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can watch a fight the first time and you go back and rewatch the fight a second time. You know, sometimes things become a little clearer. Like, you know, sometimes, you know, you'll miss some things that you missed in the first fight, similar, you know, to like watching a movie and shit. But I apologize if I say anything that, you know, anybody else has heard in previous videos. I did have to go back and, you know, rewatch it. First off, I didn't think it was that bad of a fight. I enjoyed it. I was in a house full of a bunch of Mexican fans. Most of them, I would say most of them were casual fans. I say like it was me and maybe like a couple other people were, you know, somewhat hardcore boxing fans watching the fight. But I was actually scoring the fight the first time I watched it. And oh yeah, I'm just doing some, you know, fishing right now. So I figured, you know, while I'm doing some fishing, I figure I'll do, you know, knock out this video while I had the chance. But anyways, first time I scored the fight, I was actually scoring the fight while I was watching it, but, you know, the house was real loud. You know, sometimes it's kind of hard to really concentrate, you know, when you're in a household full of a lot of people and it's real loud. That's why, if you guys ever get a chance, man, go watch a boxing fight in a movie theater, man. I highly recommend it. I actually did it for the Alvarez and Angulo fight. And you could actually really concentrate in a movie theater. I know it sounds kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? You know, go watching a boxing fight in a movie theater, but you could. It's the quality's really good. You could hear the sound really well. You know, nobody's really loud. You could actually really concentrate in a movie theater. So if you guys ever have the chance to go do that, go do that. But anyways, I scored the fight the first time I watched the fight. I scored the fight 115-113 for Alvarez. I thought this fight was very, very close. I do not think this fight was a robbery. First thing I want to say about Canelo, man. I know a lot of people have been saying that, you know, Canelo's been, you know, improving every fight, this and that. Yes, the kid is still young, but the only thing I really saw Canelo improve on in this fight was his stamina. I think that I actually think that Canelo still is taking off he's taking off way too much time off in the pretty much, you know, rounds 1 through 4, man. He takes off way too much time. I feel like he has to be more active, I feel, in the first half of the fight. I don't know if he's trying to conserve his stamina, because, you know, Canelo's got stamina issues, this and that or whatever. But I feel he needs to be more active in the first half of the fight, and he has to start really using a jab. And he's really got to stop with this. I mean, I know this is his style or whatever, but this is just what I see in the kid. He needs to really start utilizing some footwork, man. I mean, I don't know. That's just me, man. I mean, some people may not disagree, you know, may disagree or whatever, but I actually think if Canelo had a good jab, and he had put more volume on in the first half of the fight, and he could use his legs more, I think he would be actually a really legit fighter, man. I really think so. But to me, he just took way too much time off in that first half of the fight, man. And second time I watched the fight, I scored the fight 115-113 for Lara. Alright, and I remember in the 4th round, the first time I watched it, I gave it to Canelo. Second time I watched it, I gave it to Lara. Okay, I don't think any fighter, to tell you the truth, dominated their opponent in this fight. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you guys go back and watch my prediction video, I stand firmly behind what I said. and it proved in this fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had to go out there, and he really had to dominate this kid. You know what I'm saying? End of the day, I feel this fight could have went either way, but if you really had to ask me who I think really won the fight, you know, one fighter, I would have to say Canelo nicked the fight. Literally nicked it. Won by a hair. I think that, you know, I've been watching a lot of post-fight videos, and it's interesting because a lot of people feel that Lara was robbed. A lot of people thought Canelo firmly won the fight. Shout out to Cali X Boxing. I thought he did an excellent post-fight video. He made some really excellent points in his video, man. And I highly agree, man. I really think that if Lara, and shout out to Fair Shake Boxing, he made some excellent points in his post-fight video as well. The thing that I saw that different from Guillermo Rigondeaux was that when he didn't really make Canelo, he didn't really make him pay and capitalize for making him miss. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would throw his combinations, and he would move and get out of the way, and then he would kind of do like, and yes, trust me, I totally understand the difference between, you know, running and boxing. I don't think necessarily Erislandy Lara was running. I mean, to the crowd it might appear, because, you know, the crowd just wants to see, you know, a high action packed fight. Lara would throw combinations to Canelo, get out the way, and move kind of like in a circular motion. And that's right there when I noticed the crowd was booing like crazy, because what Lara should have done was do exactly what Guillermo Rigondeaux did. If he make his opponent miss, you go in there, you make this dude pay, you know, step up, you know, once you make the dude miss, throw more combinations, you know, just keep the tempo up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely, you know, throw some quick short hooks after the jab. You know, keep the dude, you know, modest at bay. You know what I'm saying? Make him pay, but keep the pressure on him. So, because see, the fact of the reality is, man, once I knew the crowd was booing, I'm like, oh man, this shit ain't gonna go well for Lara. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I felt like if Lara could have stepped on the gas just a little bit more, and you know, everybody has their own opinions, everybody favors a certain style of a fighter, you know, I totally understand all that. I'm just trying to speak this from a non-biased standpoint. I'm trying to talk about the politics of boxing, because I even based my prediction off the politics. You know what I'm saying? I think that Lara is the better boxer than Canelo, but Canelo was the one pressing the action, I thought, a little more. When it comes to ring generalship, it was no question. I thought Erislandy Lara was better in the ring generalship department. You know what I'm saying? Now, the quality of Canelo's body shots is questionable, because they did have some loud thudding noises, but did it really hurt Lara? You know what I'm saying? Did it really inflict some damage? Now, from what I understand, Canelo didn't really land that much jabs. I believe Lara was more successful in, you know, going upstairs, beating him that way. But end of the day, man, I say this. You know, everybody has their views, everybody has their opinions. It just, at the end of the day, when the fight is that close, you really have to say how you really judge a fight and what you value the most. You know what I'm saying? If you highly favor ring generalship, then you could say Lara won. Now I'm just speaking, you know, for the judges and the fans here. If you want to say Canelo's quality of the shots were better than Lara's, then you could say, you know, you can make a point for Canelo winning. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Lara did not dominate Canelo, and that's what he had to do. He had to go out there and dominate this kid. You cannot expect to get a decision in a close fight. You just can't. I mean, now they're talking about, you know, to tell you the truth, I want to see the rematch. I really do. I feel that a rematch is deserved because there's just too much controversy in the fight. But do I think it will happen? No. Now they're talking about, Oscar De La Hoya is talking about, he wants to send Erislandy Lara to the back of the line. You know, it's a lot of crazy bullshit going on right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of crazy shit, man. It's just crazy, man. But man, this fight was too extremely close, man. Way too extremely close. I thought Canelo nicked it. I thought he nicked it. I will not argue with anybody if they think Lara won. I really don't. If they said 115, 113, okay. A draw, I don't think this fight was a draw, really. I really don't. I will not argue either way, 115, 113 for either Canelo or Lara. I highly disagree with the Lee Ravitz, I believe, the judge. I think he had it 116, 111. I might be wrong on that. I'm pretty sure it was somewhere around there. I highly disagree, man. But, you know, it is what it is, man. Now they talking about Canelo versus James Kirkland, which that's a very interesting fight. I wanted to see that fight happen, back in the day as well. But now they talking about Kirkland versus Canelo in San Antonio. Now I'm going to say this. If that fight happens in San Antonio, I'm putting this out there right now. I'm telling you guys, Kirkland has to stop or knock out Canelo in San Antonio. It's worse in San Antonio. I'm telling you. I was at that fight live when Canelo fought Trout in San Antonio. It was literally like an earthquake erupted every time Canelo threw a punch. And I'm telling you guys right now, it's going to be no different than when he goes out there if he fights Kirkland in San Antonio. I think they're talking about that for November. And I believe that he's trying to land a Miguel Cotto fight in, next year. Which I think that's an excellent fight. That's a huge fight in boxing. It will bring extreme numbers. I don't know what the deal with this Bradley versus Cotto situation is. My take on that is, I honestly think Bradley should stay at welterweight, clean that shit up, go fight some of these guys at Showtime. Try to get your, you don't necessarily have to go after Manny Pacquiao again, but if I was him, I would try to clean up the picture at welterweight and still try to go after Floyd Mayweather. I still think that's a very competitive fight at welterweight. But just to sum everything up, because I can only do 15-minute videos, which fucking sucks. I think the fight could have went either way. It was an extremely close fight. I don't think it was a robbery. I think Canelo nicked it. Lara, I felt like he could have just stepped on the gas a little bit more, throw some more combinations. Because if he got the crowd booing at you, I understand that's his style, and trust me, I understand that he was not running. I just want to make that clear as well. I know the difference between running and hitting and not getting hit. You could clearly see that difference between him and Guillermo Rigondeaux. Guillermo Rigondeaux is a really great fighter, and Erislandy Lara is a good fighter. Because you can see the difference between when he dominated Donaire, between the difference when he fought Canelo, when Lara fought Canelo. So, that's my take on it. I might do another video on it, but I got to get back to this fishing, man. Like I said, man, there's a lot of good fishing out here. So, you guys drop your comments. Let me know what you think.